Picture a small garden at dawn, dew on the leaves, paths already laid where feet have trusted the soil. In that quiet, you don't ask the plants to try harder. You build hedges, you make a path, you plant perennials that return each year. Stop running on empty. You do not need another rigid checklist to survive your busy life. You need a moment to breathe. Welcome to the sanctuary. I'm Cassandra, and today we'll plant a few small structures that protect your energy. Imagine it's Monday morning. You stand at the fridge for 5 minutes deciding breakfast. You open your laptop, and the inbox asks for 3 tiny choices. By noon you're spent, and none of the important work has been done. In the next 9 minutes, I'll offer 3 small, practical structures you can set up in under a week. Anchor choices, the shed rule, and rhythm frames. And we'll craft a one-line decision map you can test for 7 days. Micro tools, not punishments. Hedges for your attention, not more to do. You've heard it before. If you really want it, you'll make time. That's grit talk dressed as moral truth, and it lands like guilt when you're already tired. So instead of asking why you failed, ask, how can I change the landscape so the right choice is the easy one? Think of a decision garden. The first row are anchor choices. Perennials you plant once at return. These are decisions you make now and rarely revisit. A breakfast you accept for most mornings, a single ritual to start work, a small evening cue. These reduce repeated decisions that nibble at your energy. Trust me, this is kinder than another rule. Next, the shed rule. Picture a tiny garden shed where tools live and where you drop decisions you won't make on the spot. The shed rule says, set a default for small choices. Delegate, schedule, or defer. When tiny choices pile up, what to eat, who replies now, which app to open, you prune them into the shed and save your attention for what matters. Finally, rhythm frames are your garden paths, not strict schedules, gentle routes that lead you from one part of the day to the next. A morning frame might be 30 minutes of light movement and a warm drink before screens. A mid-afternoon frame could be 5 minutes outside. These frames lower the friction of transitions. Concrete, weekday example. Anchor choice, oatmeal and fruit. Or one smoothie recipe you always use. Shed rule, non-urgent emails only at one designated hour. Rhythm frame, 9 o'clock to 9:30 deep work. 12:30 real lunch, 4 o'clock short stretch and breath. Weekend example, anchor, a 2-hour rest block. Shed rule, postpone planning decisions until Saturday morning. Rhythm frame, start the day with 30 minutes outside before screens. Now breathe with me for a moment. Close whatever you need to close for 30 seconds and imagine your one-line decision map. What 3 words or short phrases will you carry through the day? I'll walk you through it out loud. Pick your morning anchor first. What single thing do you want to default to when you wake? It could be tea plus 10 minutes outside or shower plus 10-minute list. If it helps, say it out loud or whisper it. There's no wrong answer. Next, set your midday shed rule. What decision can you remove from inventing each day? Maybe lunch, leftovers or quick salad, or email, only at 1 p.m. Say the rule aloud and commit to it for 3 days. Finally, choose an evening rhythm frame. How do you want to move from busy to rest? No screens after dinner for 30 minutes, or light reading and chamomile. Keep it tiny, keep it kind. Now stitch them together into a single line, your one-line decision map. Something like tea plus 10 outside, lunch, leftovers, evening, screens off at 8. One sentence, easier to follow, harder to argue with when you're tired. For implementation, try 3 experiments this week. 1. Use only your morning anchor for the first 3 mornings. 2. Apply the shed rule for 3 middays and notice energy differences. 3. Practice your evening frame for 3 nights. Track small wins. A single line and a note that says, did anchor this morning, and resist perfection. If this feels like another list, prune it. Pick the smallest anchor and test only that for 3 days. Less is progress too. Quick recap. Structure sustains where willpower fails. Anchors reduce repeated friction. The shed rule prunes tiny choices. Rhythm frames guide transitions. Your next step. Write your one-line decision map now and test it for 7 days with gentle curiosity. Notice where energy leaks and treat those leaks like plants that need a different bed, not as a failure of character. If this episode helped you untangle even one small decision, I'd be grateful if you left a review. Share one sentence about the one-line decision map you tried. Your words help others find a quieter path and help this space grow. Take these quiet roots with you. Tend to your day with deliberate intention. And remember that real change happens away from the rush. Until next time, protect your peace.